I mean, you could get anything you wanted there. Coke, Molly, weed, tricolor rotini. It was an absolute free-for-all. And when you walked through those doors, it was like you weren't even in New York anymore. I'd say it was more like Orlando.
Behind me here is the former site of disgraced theme restaurant Mars 2112. In recent years, numerous accusations of wrongdoing have shrouded the former hotspot in controversy, including claims of a secretive nightclub in the back dubbed the Red Rock.
At the time, I was 8 years old, and there was buzz around town about a new alien-themed restaurant in Midtown. And so I told my mother that I wanted to have my 9th birthday at Mars 2112. I took Spencer Gordis, Alan Russo, Anthony Zippel, or Mick Holiday. We got off the 1 train, and I took one look at the Martian decor and the waiters in alien costumes. And I remember having 2 thoughts: that I was really on Mars, and that I was home.
I was an employee at Mars 2112 from 1998 to 2002. You know, my first night on the job, actually, Paul Rubens came in with Itzhak Perlman and Run DMC. There was all these kids finishing their dinners and going to the back of the restaurant. And Rubens, of course, noticed and, he waved me over. He said, what's going on back there? Where's the party at? If it hadn't been Rubens, I would have just let it alone, but I was a huge fan. So I went up to my manager, a guy named Dennis Gimp, who was actually dating Matt LeBlanc's big sister at the time. And I asked him if we could get Rubens into the back room, and he just looked at me and mouthed the words, walk away. Walk away from me right now. You and I need to talk outside as soon as possible.
Look, there was nothing going on here. It was kids having fun. That's it. That's the end of the story.
We know it's not.
No.
There's more.
No. You know what? F this.
Ed.
F this interview. I'm not doing this.
Ed,
Get the out of here. I should not have stormed out. I'm sorry.
Though Ed returned, the conversation quickly turned hostile.
Who did you vote for?
Ed.
In 2016, who did you vote for?
I don't think that.
In 2016 and 2020, who did you vote for?
We're not gonna get into.
You know what? F this. F this. I'm getting the out of here.
Come on.
Look, I'm not happy.
I was seating tables one night, and the Sprouse twins came in, and I was the maitre d' at the time, so I handled all A-list clientele, and the first thing I noticed was they stunk. And as soon as I sat them, Dylan grabbed me by the antenna and said, "You live off my tips. Remember that, you little socialist bitch." Before the food even came in, they were off to the back room, and I was livid. And I was drinking heavily at the time, and I decided, that's it. I'm going to follow them in there. To maneuver into the room was very hard. It was security guard here. I had to jostle my way past him, and he was actually a nice guy. But I grabbed him by the throat, and I threw him down the steps. I'm sorry. I didn't get to see much, but I'll tell you what I saw. I saw 300 children and one adult man. And it was quick, but I am nearly 70% sure that man was George W. Bush. I'm sorry.
It was clear this man was lying, or so we thought. Another of our interview subjects unexpectedly returned, agreeing to tell the whole truth under the condition that we protect his identity using voice morphing technology.
It was 2002. The Red Rock was particularly packed that night, and there were murmurs of a celebrity visit. The Sprouse twins walked in, and they looked great. Utah Jazz jerseys with their name on the back, camo pants, and then the unthinkable happens. In walks sitting president George Walker Bush. The place falls silent. He takes the stage and just says, yes or no. We all knew he was talking about Iraq. W was clearly torn. And eventually, I think it was Dylan Sprouse who just threw down his drink and said, you know what, it, let's just go. Saddam, Al-Qaeda, let's show these what we got. And I know what you're thinking. Why was he going to a room of drunk children to make this decision? You have to understand the influence that was in that room. You had Danny Toledo, Spencer Norris, Alan Russo, Nick Holiday. Big Oil was paying the tabs.
It was clear at this point that we weren't going to get the straight truth out of anyone. However, we are happy to say that this story, though not a closed case, includes a happy ending.
I'm finally ready to show the world who I am. I'm done hiding. I used to think I was disabled. I used to think that I had something to hide. That's why I felt so safe in the alien costume. But now, I'm ready to be me again. I used to think life ended at Mars 2112. But now I realize it's where it begins. And maybe, just maybe, happiness isn't something that's out of this world.